Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They're led out by a former #2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
And we all know the scouting report on him. He can attack the field at all levels with a very strong arm and make big-time plays off schedule. We also see a player with confidence and swagger. We see a guy who knows how to lead a team, who knows how to compete, and wants to be great every time he hits the field.
Here's Wilson to throw right away. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk to his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now. And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a fourth down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
On second down, right back to Hines. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
He's got a man. It's Chad Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Here's Pickett. Again, it's Johnson. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Hines. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. We're scoreless after one. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The offense already on the field here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Now Pickett will look to pass it. He gets it left side of Johnson. crosses over out of bounds. 18 yards there, down to the 18, and a first down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They run with Hines. Shoves. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Nyheim Hines, an 18-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. Pickett will try to throw for this. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now Bolden on the return. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They'll be searching to dent the scoreboard for the first time. Now down 8-0 as they begin with a 1st and 10. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Throwing is Wilson. Under pressure, they got him again. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Nothing our score with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Out of the gun, it's a give to Vaughn. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. And Joseph Charlton on now to punt. Johnson to return it. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Neville Gallimore on the stop. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Off play action. Pickett. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Now it's Hines. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bonito. And the Cards force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Well, this offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Hines. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. This is Hines, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Pickett. Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Troy Reeder. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 5. Now Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Demario Davis came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Hines. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 58 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
Pickett now on 1st down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Miami, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Pickett to throw on 1st down. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And these guys, so they're not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Pickett back to throw. And he's got it.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Hines is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. The offense back out on the field here following the 2-minute warning. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Nyheim Hines with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here, they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. All eyes on the Cardinals now. Down by 16. A minute 55 remaining. They've yet to score all game long, but now they need to do so twice in short order to have a shot. Now Wilson on first down. He's got his tight end. It's Chris Manhertz. Throwing now, Wilson on first down.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
On second down, Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Nyheim Hines, 29 yards. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
Here we go now as they will again try for two. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first two-point tries, still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for two so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for it. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This will be taken in by Hightower. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now Wilson on second down. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. Wilson. There's Manhertz, the tight end. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Wilson. That caught by Manhertz. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Again, Wilson. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. One last shot for Wilson. incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So celebration down on the field for a good, hard-fought victory here. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Join the discussion on Twitter at EASports_MUT. And with that, we sign off from Miami.